This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
The best of the Morning X. It's better than silence to some people. 99X.
Every time I turn on CNN and see they font the screen Anthrax
Breaking
scare,
news.
Anthrax scare, I get angry because I think it whips people into more of a panic.
We are hearing news stories every day.
Here, let's talk to Dr. Bob Begoian. Now, in the history of our show, I never thought we'd actually find cause to have a biochemist on and a germ expert. But, Doctor, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, Jimmy?
Good. Let me ask you a question right off the bat, because as we know, the cutaneous form of anthrax, which is the kind that is absorbed through the skin, people quite possibly even exposed to it many times because you can be exposed to it through animals, right?
Yeah.
Is it not possible that, over the last, let's say, few decades, and, they've been saying nobody's died of anthrax in decades and decades, is it not possible that it has been out there and people have been exposed to it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's just that, and maybe people have even died from it, it's just that it hasn't been diagnosed because we never had an awareness of it.
That's true.
So,
That's very true. So you could have people that had flu-like symptoms and then passed away and didn't know it was anthrax.
And the reason I ask that is because it's quite possible that no more people are contracting it now or even dying from it now than they ever have. It's just that now we have this heightened awareness to it.
You know what? They'll start with simplicity.
So
Define it first, because a lot of people hear it and they just say, well, what the hell is anthrax?
Well, anthrax is it comes in two forms. It comes as a spore form and as a bacterial form. And the spore form is the one that's really nasty, and it's your ability to develop anthrax when you inhale lots of spores, maybe about 10,000 of them. And that's really very rare. We haven't seen that in a long, long time. And the incident we saw at the Times Mirror building was just a phenomenon of somebody doing something really nasty and putting a lot of spores together. But it's very difficult to make those spores, and it's very difficult to deliver them.
Right. You can't just open up an envelope and catch.
Evidently somebody there were a lot of spores in there. When they opened that envelope, they really set out a big cloud of these spores, and we had 2 people die. But most people today will not die from that. They just don't get enough spores in to cause the actual infection.
If you touch anthrax, the cutaneous type, which is the most common type, what effect can it have if it's just on your skin?
Well, what's going to happen on your skin is that if you have a cut and you get some spores on your skin, the spores will get into the cut, the spores will germinate, and the bacteria will be liberated, and the bacteria start to grow in the cut, and they cause all kinds of problems there. And these bacteria produce an exotoxin, which really causes tissue breakdown, causes your blood vessels to kind of burst a little bit, and then the bacteria get into your bloodstream.
But it is treatable.
It's treatable, and the best thing you can do is to just make sure you treat your cuts properly.
And what if you don't have any cuts? What if it's just on your open skin?
It won't bother you.
See,
it is a white powder? Is that what it looks like?
The anthrax powder is kind of a whitish powder, right?
Okay, and one of the things I read this morning is that some physicians are telling people to please not go out. What's the medicine that?
Yeah, they're talking about Cipro.
Cipro, and people are saying, because now there's this this mad dash to get Cipro, and it's
absolutely craziness, because if you remember, we used to have like 160 antibiotics in our bag of tricks to treat infections. We're now down to less than 20, and what that means is a lot of antibiotics have been misused, and Cipro is in that group of 20 that are still effective. And if we start using these antibiotics in a very indiscriminate manner for the wrong reasons, bacteria are going to become resistant to Cipro, and we're going to lose the effectiveness of Cipro for the wrong reasons.
Oh, so you mean people who are out there just popping
it as
Cipro?
A prophylactic measure, right?
That's interesting. It could have a negative effect at some point.
Absolutely, big negative effect, and that's really something that people should be concerned about.
We have some calls.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
Hi.
Let me ask you this: if the cutaneous anthrax, if you inhale, if it gets on your skin, is it possible you could have inhaled it if it's around?
Probably not, because there probably were not enough spores around. I wouldn't worry about it.
Are they different forms?
No, same spore, but the spores that really infect your lungs have to be very, very tiny. They have to be uniform in size, and there have to be about 10,000 of them inhaled, and that's a lot.
Well, how did that one package get through to that guy, and it all stayed cohesive in whatever form it needed to be and all that?
The guy who did die from it in Florida, what do you make of that?
Well, two things. Number one, that he probably got a pretty good dose because he probably had the envelope real close to his face when he opened it, number one. And number two, both these guys that died down there were elderly. And when you get to be that age, your immune system really declines. And your immune system is one of the things that protects you against the invasion of bacteria and viruses.
Well,
so you have to keep your immune system in good shape, too. That's the other way to help yourself.
While you're saying that, we're really not in very precarious situation right now.
Let me tell you this. I think that you have a better chance of getting the flu and dying from the flu than you do of anthrax.
See, this is reassuring stuff to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, something's going on because people are mailing it. I mean, so somebody's trying something, but...
Do you realize how many sick people we have in this country?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mean mentally sick.
Every time something like this happens, we get a bunch of copycat type stuff going on, and that's what's crazy about it all. Let me tell you this, and this is the bottom line. 85% of all the infections you pick up with your hands. Okay? Your hands are touching everything, and if you think about all the places your hands will be today, they'll be in some nasty places. And you touch your mouth, nose, eyes, and ears 1 to 3 times every 5 minutes. So you're picking up germs with everything you touch. It could be the flu virus, it could be any type of bacteria like E. coli or salmonella or anything like that. And when you touch your mouth, nose, eyes, and ears, you introduce these organisms into your body. So what you need to do is you need to be a proactive person. You need to protect yourself against the invasion of these bacteria and viruses. And you need to keep the germs off your hands. Now, we're a professional infection control group. We make professional infection control products that we sell to doctors, hospitals, National Institutes of Health, CDC, all those people. And we've come up with a system called the microsand system that absolutely positively solves this problem. And when you wash your hands with the soap, it's a 2-part system. It's a liquid soap and a lotion. When you wash your hands with the soap, you'll absolutely positively kill 99.999% of over 160 different yeast, mold, bacteria, and viruses that we've tested, including the AIDS virus, cytomegalovirus, all 3 classes of influenza, all the antibiotic-resistant bacteria we could find. Then you put the second part of the system on, which is a lotion, and the lotion will give you a layer of protection that will continue to kill bacteria and viruses for the next 4 to 6 hours. So if you touch your mouth, nose, eyes, and ears, in that period of time, there'll be nothing on your hands to infect you.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
They're an ultimate rewatch podcast. We're in the midst of season 7, and
hold on. Obviously, we had a very successful television show for 10 years that was Superman based.
But we had to make everyone believe that you were Clark.
I gotta be honest, I was surprised at the end of this episode that I wasn't.
I was too.
Talkville, the Smallville rewatch podcast.
I'm not sure I knew when I was filming it that I was not me.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Right. Let's take a couple more questions here for Dr. Begoian. Hi, Brian.
Yeah, I'm in the military, and they're giving us the anthrax vaccine. I just had a couple questions. If this isn't that infectious, why is it considered a weapon? What is the difference between weapons grade and this stuff that's going around?
And the name is so evil.
I don't know that there was a weapons grade.
Yeah, it's a good question.
They say Iraq's got weapons grade anthrax.
Right. If it's not dangerous, why are we being told that they're using it as a bioterrorism?
Well, because it's the pulmonary form that's really dangerous, the spores that you inhale.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing you need to really worry about, and that's where the big concern is. The problem is you need to do two things to make this a very effective bioterrorist weapon. You have to be able to make lots of it, which nobody can, and you have to also be able to have a good delivery system, be able to deliver it to large numbers of people. And you're going to see this hit and missing. You know, you can go out to some dairy farm outside of Atlanta and dig up the soil and find anthrax in that soil.
Right, and that's why, at the beginning I'm saying, when I first heard this, I'm thinking, I got to believe that this has just always been there. It's just now, because of the hysteria, we've got it under a microscope, literally and figuratively.
Carrie, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, I have a question. What types of effects does this have on a woman who's pregnant if she was to get it?
Anthrax?
Yeah, what?
Or cutaneous anthrax?
The cutaneous or the inhaled?
Well, the inhale is if you get a case of inhaled anthrax, your mortality rate's 90% or more. So your chances are you're probably going to die if you have the proper dosage of these spores.
But again, we have to reiterate,
the
ones that
rare.
it's very rare, and the cases you're hearing about on the news are not the inhaled type.
Right, and I understand, and I think this is totally blown out of proportion altogether, but I was just wondering what types of effects would even the cutaneous version of it have on a pregnant mother and her child, perhaps?
As long as you treat your cuts properly, okay, to keep the bacteria out, no effect.
Okay.
Do you think it is ill-advised for somebody to buy a gas mask right now?
Absolutely. Gas masks are for gas attacks. Okay.
Would anthrax or would a gas mask prevent against the inhaled anthrax form?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And biohazard suits are worthless too. If you came to work in a biohazard suit and a gas mask, they'd laugh you out of the building. Think about it.
There's a uniform for you.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were
This is the one to really make somebody say, "No, there goes a nut."
We should print up some biohazard suits with 99X logos on them.
You really should.
Yeah.
You
Come
draw
on,
lots of
jump on
attention.
it. It's topical.
Are there any other chemicals we should be worried about?
That's a good question.
In terms of biological agents, I would worry about things that we have now: cold, flu, viruses. Dengue fever is running wild over in Hawaii, believe it or not, on one of the islands. We're seeing a lot of hantavirus. We're seeing West Nile virus. These are the things we should worry about.
Mm-hmm. The other thing that people have said about the Cipro is that because people are panicked and they're running out and buying it, is that it's depleting the shelves of Cipro from people who really need the stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, and why physicians are prescribing it is beyond me.
Thank you very much, Doc.
Doctor,
thank you.
I feel better.
Have a good day.
You too.
The best of Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. 99X.
Mic Drop. Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ritland. It's Raw.
So you do 4 platoons and 7 years at Team 3 when you go to the jump team.
Scariest job I had in the Navy until people started shooting at me.
Yeah.
It was a blast, though.
It's unfiltered.
At what point did you decide I'm done with the SEAL teams?
If you only knew how the Navy works, we don't have an enemy to fight. We'll eat each other.
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
They're not looking for the best guy, they're looking for the right guy.
Yeah.
Mic Drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.